Excellent. Well, first of all, everybody, welcome to another evening of music and entertainment, and hopefully lots of laughs here at the Drawing Room in Chesham. That's England for anybody who's watching abroad. Tonight we have Paul on piano, who introduced Aaron to me via. I think there was a track I'd seen that you'd posted. Paul is Aaron's music teacher. He's going to accompany Aaron just for the first track, and then Aaron's taking over. He's just going to be doing 3 songs, and we're going to step quickly into our second set with Natalie Duncan, and then we'll have a sort of 20-minute, half-hour break before our headline set. But in the meanwhile, would you please make these guys feel extraordinarily welcome, Aaron and Paul. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi guys, my name's Aaron Floyd, I'm 12 years old. I'm going to do 3 songs for you tonight. My first song is going to be the first song I ever wrote by myself. It's called I Don't Need Help, hope you like it. With 2 black eyes, I got on the bus. Everyone's staring at me, there's no one I can trust. I'm feeling the pain from every move I make. I feel that it's me that's made the mistake, but I don't need help. Oh, but I don't need help. There's something ripping from my scalp. Oh, but I don't need help. I get off the bus and walk to the shop. There's something in my body just makes me stop. I'm looking around, there's nobody there. No one to love and no one to care, but I don't need help. Oh, but I don't need help. There's something ripping from my scalp. Oh, but I don't need help. I don't need you, I don't need you anymore, I don't need you. That's why I'm walking out the door. I don't need you, I don't need you anymore, I don't need you. Oh, but I don't need help. But I don't need help. I got on the bus. Everyone's staring at me. There's no one I can trust. Thank you. The second song I'm going to perform is actually the second song I ever wrote. It's called I Wish You Hadn't Gone. It's about a girl I knew since I was 2. She moved to Miami a couple of years ago and she didn't tell me she was going. So, yeah, so I wrote this. I saw all of my hopes were in vain. Every day is tearing us further apart. There's no more hope in my heart. I wish you hadn't gone. I wish you hadn't gone. And I've been hiding for so long. I wish you hadn't gone. If I'd known I could have changed your mind. If I'd seen you before you left me behind. I'd have fought, I'd have screamed, I'd have called your name. But now you're gone, I'm hurting and nothing's the same. I wish you hadn't gone. I wish you hadn't gone. And I've been hurting for so long. I wish you hadn't gone. Since the day that you left, my life's lost its way. Why couldn't you stay? There's nothing for me. I've nowhere to go. Now I need you to hear. I need you to know. I wish you hadn't gone. I wish you hadn't gone. And I've been hiding for so long. I wish you hadn't gone. Thank you. My last song's going to be a cover by Sam Smith. It's called Lay Me Down. Yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you. And it's hard, the days just seem so dark. The moon, the stars are nothing without you. Your touch, your skin, where do I begin? No words can explain the way I'm missing you. The night, this emptiness, this hole I'm inside. These tears, they tell their own story. You told me not to cry when you were gone. But the feeling's overwhelming, it's much too strong. Can I lay by your side next to you? You tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I just kind of point out, just in case you hadn't picked up on this, he's not 14, he's actually 12. And more power to you. Absolutely. So would you please make one more huge racket for this young man and encourage him on his way? You saw him here first. Okay. They all start somewhere. And the journey for this young lady being here started about 2.5, 3 years ago when my son Cameron said, hey, there's a girl you really would be good in getting down to the drawing room. And he played me some music, and I thought, absolutely. I'd written, kind of tried to do all sorts of stuff and got nowhere. But then in the meanwhile, she got picked up by Later with Jules. And so it's been a bit of a struggle, but nonetheless, it came good tonight. And her name is Natalie Duncan. She has the most extraordinary voice. I know you're going to agree with me, but would you please make her feel extraordinarily welcome and very famous, because that's where she's headed. Natalie Duncan.
Thank you. Thank you for the intro. And Aaron, who was on just now, was incredible. And I remember being that age and like can just see myself in him. So yeah, weirdly enough. So I'm going to play a few songs. And this first one's on the EP that I've just released, and it's called Black and White.
The sun holds its gaze on one side of your face, your emotionless beauty. You command their respect, watch them all drink you in as the camera lies for you. Choking on happiness, we suck it down our throats. They all long to see what you're gonna do next. Who are you? Who are you? Now they're gonna love you in black and white. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. You're done, you're done, you're done. So what are you hanging on to? Just a desperate machine who won't expire into your colorful fantasy. Do you ever beat yourself up just like the best of us do? Do you cry tears of sorrow beyond when they're telling you to? Well, I guess you ain't got no fear. Do you just paint a smile? Ooh, baby, you're in wonderland. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. Now they're gonna love you in black and white. You're done, you're done, you're done. You're done, 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 you're done. Who are you? Who are you?
Thank you. So that was a little bit of a take on Drake. Yeah. And the first song was Black and White, which which is way more electronic and stuff on the EP. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, you should check it out. And then this next song's called Ripples, which is also on the EP. I wrote it about, well, loads of this is all about relationships and stuff. As all songs are, I think. I need to try and get away from that. That old chestnut. But yeah, it's about you're arguing and you're not sure if you're right or in the wrong. But you're probably in the wrong. And you come to that realization.
To say that it's over and I gotta go my own way now. What am I really doing but blaming you? Should I be changing myself for you? We're lucky ones to have loved and lost. But now you are the mess in my head, and you are ripples under my skin. My darling, when you turn into rain, you grow so big that I cannot swim. Where am I when I'm red and I'm angry at you? Is my heart still kind? I force you to leave. I kick you out to the guts of London when she ain't your home. We were lucky ones to have had it all. But now you are the mess in my life, and you are ripples under my skin. My darling, when you turn into rain, you're so big that I can't swim. Oh, what am I done with us? Used to function better than this, yes. Oh, we know when the ground was shaking. Now it falls ripples under our skin. Now it falls ripples under our skin. Now it falls ripples.
I have this vocal pedal, which isn't working. It is working. That was a stroke of luck. Right, I've never used this before. Thank God.
Hello?
Comedy. Just kidding. Okay, this next song's called Diamond. And yeah, it's probably going to be on my next EP. But yeah, it's one of the most like lovey songs I've written about being happy for a change. It's like sometimes inspiration doesn't come from happy things, but this one did. So that's good.
There is a reason we are back at the beginning. I had to change to stop your mood swinging low like mine. I wanted to explode for a while. There is a reason why I should be forgiving. Sometimes I drink to stop myself thinking, and now I get that love is stronger than this. And no more words need to be said. You're all I am. I made a promise to myself for you, and I'm learning how to speak with two tongues. It's not all about me now. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. There is a reason why I should be forgiving, 'cause I'm a sinner too. Sometimes I hurt you, and now I get your love is calmer than this. Oh, no more words need to be said. You're all I am. I made a promise to myself for you, and I'm learning how to speak with two tongues. It's not all about me now. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. Now I feel as though I'm paper thin. Got me like water all over your skin. You are the only one that I let in. I made a promise to myself for you. I'm learning how to speak with two tongues. It's not all about me now. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you on your own. I will never know, I'll never ever leave you. I've been rearranged, I've been split apart. Hey.
Thank you. So I decided to give up on my pedal. Um, it's too much hassle. Technology in general, right now, is like proving really stressful. I think I'd be like a much happier, calmer person without technology. So screw you, pedal. This next song's called. I'm not sure what I should do. I've got a scribbled out song on my set list. I'm going to do it. It's a jazzy song. Does everyone like jazz? Okay. It's an old one, and it's called Lovers on the Washing Line.
ready to climb. They put ladders up to my head. With all the meddlers are ready to climb. Oh, when I got my lovers on the washing line. My honey out to dry, burning up with a broken mind. Lovers on the washing line. Oh, kiss my sweet, I done watched him cry like a ragged doll in my playtime. Oh, oh, they put ladders up to my heart. With all the meddlers are ready to climb. They put ladders up to my heart. Oh, with all the meddlers are ready to climb. Woo, and I got my lovers. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, they got ladders up to my oh, with all the meddlers are ready to climb. They put ladders up to my head. Oh, with all the meddlers are ready to climb. Ooh, and I got my lovers. Oh, yes, I got mine.
Thank you. That was Lovers on the Washing Line. This song's called Plastic, and it's another breakup song, unfortunately.
We are trapped in the net of our own design. What became of us? You were good to me, and now your words infect my blood. 'Cause all that's left in you is lust. 'Cause I know I have broken your heart for the first time. It's not mine. Why did you losing your mind? 'Cause of my shit. The more I try to mend it, the more it breaks down. I just can't see any way out. I'm drowning. You can cry if you need. I'm never gonna judge you. I will turn the other cheek so you can hurt me if it helps you. And I swear it on my hands, I never had plans for anyone else, for nobody else. They were all yours, only yours. There is not a single thing to question anymore. We reach the point of no return. 'Cause you told me I've broken your heart. Now I can't hide 'cause you watch me. Watch you get losing your mind 'cause of my shit. The more I try to mention, the more you shut down. I just can't see any way out. I'm drowning. You can cry if you need. that she's having a baby. Sometimes I wish I could be just like her, with a heart so thick it warms up the shadows. Ooh, she is soft, but I am a fighter, fighter, fighter. What is it like to be pure? What is it like to be pure? Sometimes I wish you could be nicer. You told me that it was only deep down, stuck in you like a pearl in an oyster. Oh, and I'm up high. Do you want to bring me back down, baby, back down? What's it like to be pure? What is it like to be pure? What is it like to be pure? What is it like to be more I try to mention, the more you break down. I just can't see any way out. I'm drowning.
Thank you. Thank you. Bit of a medley. I'm going to do 2 more songs. Is that cool? This next song I'll do is called Signs. Like desperately drinking wine. Don't know why. This I've been like quite inspired by 90s R&B recently. I'm sure everyone has. So Signs has kind of come out of that to an extent.
Love has made me weak. Maybe it's cliche to say that, but it's a comfortable fit. I don't dream about you now. I only dream about myself and the way that you see me through your eyes. 'Cause you call me a bitch, I say I hate you too. You say you're done fighting, I say I'm done with you. Were you right to tell me I'd be better off alone? Was I too sick with sorrow to let you know that I can't believe it's not over? I can't believe I'm still falling for your sad eyes. I can't believe it's not over. I can't believe we're not reading the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs. You have stood your ground so many times that suddenly my earth is fragile. so much that even the slightest tremor of your tongue makes me succumb. 'Cause you call me stupid, I say I love you too. I say I'm done fighting and I'm so done with you. Were you right to tell me I'd be better off alone? Was I too drunk on anger to let you know that I can't believe it's not over? I can't believe I'm still falling for your size. I can't believe it's not over. I can't believe we're not reading the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs, the signs. Signs are never gonna come my way when there's nothing, nothing to follow. No, 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 no. When there's nothing, nothing to follow. Signs are never gonna come my way when there's nothing, nothing to follow. No, 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 no. When there's nothing, nothing to follow. Signs are never gonna come my way when there's nothing, nothing to follow. No, 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 no. When there's nothing, nothing to follow. The signs are never gonna come my way when there's nothing, nothing to follow. No, 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 no. So there's nothing, nothing to follow. Oh, oh, oh,
Thank you. Okay, I'll do one more song for you, and this one was on my first album, well, my only album, which was released 2 years ago, called Devil in Me. So yeah, I wrote this song when I was in a really bad place. I don't know why I feel I can tell you this. I don't normally talk this much at gigs. But yeah, I was in a pretty dark place. And like, I'd had a party, and the party had gone on for like 2 days or something, and then everyone left, and I was really upset and depressed. And it was like, oh, I want the guy to come back that I liked and all that stuff. But it was way bigger in my head than it is now. And I wrote this.
where are the flowers? Did they wilt and shrivel inside me to blend with the leather skin I wear? The masks, the tar-covered strings. Where do they all go? Winding like ribbon silk. That old tarmac tapestry that covers every one of our sins. And I walked a long way home, left behind a faded smile, and walked back into the emptiness of my home, and it covered up my cheeks. And I sat in silence, conversation
Duncan, long for you.
Really
Over.
Yeah.
Big noise, they all wanted to come back.
I'm sorry, I haven't played you.
Did you see he's doing that? Duncan! Okay, but in the meanwhile, would you please get your hands ready to make a big noise for Declan Zapala?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Great. And hello, world. Hello, world. Apparently we are being watched by the world. I've had this idea in my head since I got here that I want to do this. I want to do something crazy with this whole internet thing. Once this cable stops. There we go. Okay, fixed. Emergency over. I want to do something with the internet. I'm gonna break the internet. That's it. That's what I'm gonna actually what I'm gonna do right now. Okay. So I'm gonna actually take a little video, okay, and then I'm gonna put it on my Facebook page, and then everyone's gonna come and watch this on the internet because I have 2,000 people on Facebook, all in Venezuela apparently. I don't know what time it is in Venezuela, but it's time to wake them up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually do a little kind of video. So I need to have that facing me, I think. Okay, so, right, so I'm in Chesham, and there's my audience, so at the drawing room. Give her a wave, okay? Cool. Hey, hello, everybody. So this is audience A. This is audience A. So what we're going to do now, it's going to go very quiet for a minute, and we're going to go audience B. So let's go. So here comes audience B. Right. Audience A again. Give us another wave, audience A. Brilliant, brilliant. And audience C. I want to tell people outside as well. Okay, so did you get audience D outside? Here we go. Get the outside people as well. Audience D. Give us a wave outside. She's smoking a fag. She's fine. Okay. So this is Chesham. If you can future, just go on, click on the link below, and you'll be able to see this on the internet. See you later. See you later, everyone. Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay. So everyone's gonna see that on the internet now, and that means we're gonna have a massive, like, kind of stadium audience, like on our shoulders. Exactly. That's it. That's it. So here we go. So I'm gonna paste that in. Okay. There it goes. Done. Okay, hopefully the internet is going to hold out for me. And then click. And that is the future, ladies and gentlemen. That is the future. Cool. Anyway, so I'm here to play you all some music. So I've already started that. So I shall continue. I hope that's okay. There I played was a piece called A Song. It's a piece of music I wrote for my little baby niece, Alexia. Because A's song is her song. And it's a piece of music I wrote about a year ago, but it just went out on Candy Rat Records, on the infamous Candy Rat Records. It's got an online label, and it's like a YouTube channel with 3 million subscribers, apparently. Yeah, so I've got 30,000 views, so I've got 0.01% of that. That's not bad, is it? It's alright, isn't it? It'll do. The eye with a sharp stick. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now and actually play. It's getting quite tiresome now, isn't it? I'm going to play a piece of music I wrote while I was writing it. A film came out. Anyone seen the film? Yeah. It's a film that's it's a piece of music I was writing for my mum. And this film, Philomena, came out. And I was like, I had to take my mum to see this film because she's she's Irish. And as an Irish, well, so, hi mum, this is going out on the internet, I can't do this. Oh no, right, extra nice about my mum. Yeah, I was writing this piece for my mum, and the film Philomena came out, and Dame Judi Dench's portrayal of the character Philomena Lee is my mum. Basically is. So I figured I'd call it Philomena instead of Teresa, because people would have an idea of who my mum is off the back of having seen Philomena. And yeah, it's quite a gushy sentiment because the film was about, if you haven't seen it, it's about there's a young lady who's incarcerated into a Magdalene convent in the 1950s Ireland. It's run by the Catholic Church, and her son is sold off for adoption by the Irish Catholic Church, which is it's kind of sad. 50 years later, she decides to go and look for her son because she realised she didn't know what happened to him. And the story is all about sort of the fallout from that, and the overriding message is there's a sort of power of love that exists between a mum and a son, no matter how how much time has passed, or how much distance has been travelled. My sense of time and distance is not very good. So with that gushy, mushy sentiment, this is Philomena. Hope you like it. That'll do. Hey. Cheese. Okay. So that was Philomena. Thank you very much, guys. You're very kind about the applause there. I was very lucky. As Richard said earlier on, I've been sort of getting into doing the Edinburgh Fringe each year, and last year I was very lucky, very fortunate. I got picked up by the BBC. They came to one of my shows and ended up being on BBC 4 as like a feature as part of their coverage of the Edinburgh Fringe, and had like a 2-minute slot where I was performing as part of the. I had Kirsty Walk introduce me and everything. It's cool. Oh, this is going out live, isn't it? Okay. We can't redact this, can we? No, it's live, isn't it? Okay. There's 45 seconds. I could just unplug the internet. Anyway, so yeah, I've put it on my YouTube channel if anyone ever wants to check out me playing. It's like the last 2 minutes of that piece, Philomena, I played. They explicitly expressed they want me to play that piece. So yeah, that's Philomena. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of jump onto this guitar here and play you some music from my classical training. So I went to like a normal university, became a sound engineer for a bit, but then I went to the Royal College of Music and did my masters in guitar. So I've actually been playing guitar for like 20 years now. I'm turning 30 in 1 month's time. Yeah, I'm getting quite depressed about it now, but I'll oh, to be 21 again. God's sake. So I'm going to play you some music from my classical training now. I'm going to play you 2 pieces of music that I've shoehorned together by Bach. And I'll play a piece of music that was written for the lute originally, BWV 998. It's a prelude from that, and I'm going to shoehorn that into the prelude from Cello Suite Number 1. I like the idea that Bach didn't write his music one after the other, consecutively. Ever since I've started writing my own music, I realised that, you'll come up with an idea, but then you'll put it away for another day, and you'll start writing a new piece of music and be, yes, that works, yes. So I like the idea that Bach might have done that. So all, some of his music might have come from a different day. So this is BW8 followed by the Cello Suite Number 1. So it's prelude followed by prelude. I hope everyone likes preludes. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. So that was the Prelude from Prelude Fugue and Allegro, followed by Prelude from Cello Suite Number 1. It's very exciting. There's nothing like the feeling of getting some bark out of the way. As fun as it is to play, it's nothing like getting it out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you another piece from the guitar's repertoire, the classical guitar's repertoire, and play a piece of Turkish folk music written by an Italian chap called Carlos Domeniconi. And the piece is called Qui and Bubba, which means shepherd. Now, he was a professor of composition at the Berlin Conservatory for many years. And there we go. So this involved tuning my guitar to a C-sharp minor chord, which is never fun. Like right now. Ugh, I can't talk and do this at the same time. It's so frustrating. It's like talking and texting. There we go. Okay, that'll do. So yeah, so he was a professor of composition at the Berlin Conservatory for like 20 years, and during the 80s he moved to Istanbul in Turkey and kind of fell in love with the folk music of the region and wrote this piece. It's a 4-movement work for the guitar. Because I want to play you so many pieces, I'm only going to play you the first and the final movement. Now the piece itself, the titles of the 2 movements I'm going to play you, one's called Moderato, which means the musicians and musicians in the room. Yes, I know, I can hear you saying it. It means moderate walking tempo. And then the final movement is called Presto, which means Hey Presto. Yeah, I mean that's another way of saying it, I suppose. Like demanding someone plays fast. Hey Presto. As everyone else said, the musicians in the room that were hiding a second ago, it means very fast. Or I did a gig in Adelaide, and I've just got back from Australia, and some woman stood up in the audience when I said it means very fast, and she stood up. It says it means with haste. What's that? Thanks. Sit down. Got heckled and get a gig. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's that story. Now the piece itself. Is meant to emulate, well, the final movement, the presto movement, which is very fast, is meant to emulate the Turkish folk guitar called the saz, which is a 3-stringed guitar. It's very peculiar looking, very long guitar. Now, all the best saz players in Turkey play with plectrum and make use of a very cunning technique, which turns it into a very much a virtuoso affair. So they do this. They in their right hand, they go. You getting this? Pretty good. Okay, and in the left hand they do this. They seem genuinely impressed by this. It's good. Okay. Well, anyway, so they put those very impressive things together, and this happens. Literally doing the same thing in both hands. It's quite cool, really. I like that. Anyway, so that's what the final movement's about. So if anyone's unsure whether I'm still in the first movement or I've moved to the final movement, you'll know I'm in the final movement when smoke starts coming out of my ears. Okay. I actually said that in Adelaide, the gigs I just did in Adelaide. And one Australia, it was like dead silence. There's just one Australia went, ha! In total silence. And I just was just sort of stuck with that sound in my head the whole way through. Anyway, so this is Koi and Bubba. I hope you like it, guys. Can everybody downstairs, can audience B and audience C hear me okay? Yes, excellent. Okay, let's rock. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. How are we doing, guys? We still alive and well? Cool. Awesome. Being alive's pretty good, isn't it? Has its merits. Has its merits. Richard, how am I doing for time? I've absolutely no idea how long I'm meant to have gone on for. What time is it? It's 20 to 11, isn't it? So just keep going. Okay. Okay. Okay, what I'll play for you now is a piece of music I wrote while I was reading a very interesting book by, just to warn you, I have to tune my guitar to a really crazy tuning, and it takes ages to settle in. So I've had to figure out a way to fill the time for about 4 minutes, okay? We could just sit in silence for 4 minutes. I mean, I'm totally okay with that.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, 4 minutes, okay, I'll catch you later. Interlude. Okay, well, I can explain to you what this piece is about. So, talking and texting. There we go. Okay, so this is a piece of music I wrote while I was reading a very interesting book by a controversial figure in the media, a chap called Richard Dawkins. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not Jeremy Clarkson. He's like, yeah, a thinking man's Jeremy Clarkson. Richard Dawkins. I've grown up. I've been a bit of a nerd growing up. When I was growing up, I was into sort of like science books. I was into Stephen Hawking. Brief History of Time. I love that book. Yeah. Anyway, I like Richard Dawkins not as the media atheist. Like that's kind of what he is, media atheist. I like him more as I like him because he's a scientist. He's a biologist, and he's written a very interesting book called The Selfish Gene. I don't know if anyone's read it. We've got a few nodding it. Yes, excellent. Okay, it's a good audience. So, the second chapter called The Replicator changed the way I see the world. Particularly, I don't know about you, that the second chapter called The Replicators. So the best way to describe replicators is by going back to the very beginning of reality itself. So you know reality, right? Yeah, this thing we all exist in. Some of us shackled into it. Some of us loving it. I can tell what kind of audience you are. Wow, there you go. Wow, blimey, okay. Anyway, reality, right? It's made of energy. I'm talking to you now, and then I'm talking to you now, which means energy is a constant. It's a stable thing. It's not going anywhere. So, energy, pockets of energy, they're the stable things, subatomic particles. Next stable state of energy is your actual atoms. So, 2 electrons floating around the old protons and neutrons. So they're all still subatomic particles, but they're combined together and they're still stable. The next stable state of energy is your molecules, combinations of atoms, and then the next stable state of energy is your complex molecules. The next stable state is your complex molecule, the proteins. Yeah, it's when you get to proteins. It gets quite interesting, really, isn't it? Because that's when you get this slightly zigzag one where it kind of all the gaps get filled up with other molecules, and then it kind of fills up like that, and then it unzips itself like that, and then it's an exact replica of itself. And I can still see the smiles from the guys who've read this. Cool. That is the beginnings of what we call DNA. And well, as far as I'm aware, that's what I've been led to believe what life is. It exists in DNA. We could repopulate the Earth with DNA if there was an apocalypse tomorrow, but there was a little bag of DNA left. We'd manage to repopulate somehow, Jurassic Park style. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, damn it. Okay, well, oh god, it'd just be an afterthought of life. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking about when I was writing this piece of music. Yeah. So there's no point to that story. It's just, as I say, I had to just fill 4 minutes. It's probably gone into 5, the 5th minute there, isn't it? So sorry. But anyway, it blew my mind. So this is a piece of music I wrote called Crystal. Hope you like it. Thank you very much, guys. So that was, yeah, Crystal. I hope you like it. So, well, that brings me to my last piece, guys. Sorry. Well, sorry. I'm sorry. What can I do about it? That's a fair point. Yeah. Yeah. So that was Crystal. I mean, Aaron, Floyd, and Natalie Duncan. It's been an amazing gig, right? Like, it's. So I've come from the sort of the classical school of guitar, but I love playing these gigs because I just get to like play like next to really amazing people, like that aren't just classical. You know, you'd expect them to be brilliant because they've done all the schools and all this stuff, but these are just naturally talented people. Like 12 years old, and he's like, yeah, Aaron's already singing like that. It's amazing. So yeah, remember where you saw Aaron and Natalie. And Natalie's been on Jules Holland. That's insane. I've been playing for 20 years and I've been on Jules Holland. What's all that about? Congratulations, well done. So, everything you've heard tonight is now this is a not a web exclusive, the gig exclusive, guys. So the web people, you can switch off now. Sorry, world. I've got an album to sell. It's like a pre-release of an album that I recorded at the very end of last year. It's going to be coming out on a label soon. But I need to pay my rent this month, so I'm going to just flog it as pre-release under the term pre-release. No, desperate. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That's the one, mate. So I'll be flogging that at the end, and it'll be £10 a CD. But basically, everything you've heard tonight is on that album. It's not a CD. It's like a drop. It's called Drop Card. You go to the link on there and you put the download code in and you download the album. So for the iPod generation, iPad, i something, the I generation, me, iTunes generation, yeah. That's it. Works on everything else as well. It's fine. It's MP3 in it. All right. Anyway, so this is my last tune tonight. So I've finished. I somehow got that tuning done there. Brilliant. I'm going to play a piece of music I wrote a few years ago while I was doing a lot of teaching. And when you teach classical guitar, or classical anything, for that matter, classical anything, you inevitably find yourself teaching very over-intelligent children. Little bastards, I call. Well, anyway, oh God, I just realised there's children downstairs, isn't there? They're okay. Shit. Anyway, so yeah, I was teaching this over-intelligent child, and after 2 lessons, he was only 8 years old, right? After 2 lessons, he was able to tune his guitar perfectly by ear. He'd just be like, look, Mr. Declan. It's like, oh, it's very impressive. Why couldn't I do that when I was 8 years old? But get this, guys. He'd have his guitar tuned. He'd have his guitar tuned perfectly by ear, except his D string. He'd have that tuned down to C sharp. What a fool. Yeah. Anyway, so I'd always spend the first couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes of his lesson, always just playing around with the tuning, just going, "Oh, let me tune your guitar for you." Just playing around with this cool tuning. So one day I decided, well, I'm stop squandering this lesson time and go home and tune my guitar to this tuning. And this is what came out. It's called Broken Rhapsody. I was going to call it the Broken String Rhapsody after my last Edinburgh Fringe run, where, I don't know, it's 2 Edinburgh Fringe runs here. My first opening night, I'd never done a show in Edinburgh before. This is my closing piece, this is my fireworks, yeah, and got that to the halfway point of the piece, and I proceeded to rip a string off my guitar, accidentally, and just had to pretend that that's how it finished. This was like, thank you, Edinburgh. Oh, God. Yeah, anyway, so that was that. I got a 5-star review for that. 5-star reviews. 5-star rippage. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think this is nearly done. So I'm trying to think. Well, I've got to thank Richard, haven't I, for having me here. This is. I love you, Rich. He's not looking me in the eye. He's looking me in the eye now. Love you, Rich. Rich, this amazing thing he's got here. In his own house. This is your house, right? You live in here. This is, I mean, yeah. It's a big house, isn't it? It's a mansion. But yeah, I love this place. And I hope to come back again soon. So, yeah, I hope you like this. This is Broken Rhapsody, guys. Thanks so much for having me. This is awesome. And thank you, world, for watching. Yeah, they're definitely watching you. Okay, thank you. don't know if you could hear it, but I just did a thingy joke, Oliver joke. More! Yeah. I can do that. Okay, thank you so much, guys. This has been such a cool gig. Do you know, I completely forgot to say this. I've got like the biggest. Sorry, this is the biggest gig of my life. But I've got another really big gig with John Williams on Wednesday. On Wednesday, it's at Shepherd's Bush. It's like if you go to my Facebook page, it's Shepherd's Bush, Bush Hall. Yeah. A bushel. There's a bush on the actual green, a bushel, and we're just going to play by the bushel. The Bush Hall. Bush Hall. It's starting to sound weird now, isn't it? Bush Hall, and it's on Wednesday. There's a meal before it if you fancy coming to it. If you go to my Facebook page, it's like the thing that's there at the top of it. It's like a red advert, and if you click on there, there's where you can buy the tickets and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you should come along. There's my old guitar teacher, Gary Ryan's there, and one of my other old teachers, Craig Ogden. He's going to be playing there. We're all going to be playing together on stage in a big ensemble. I'll be playing Broken Rhapsody actually. If you want to see me play Broken Rhapsody again, come to that. Okay, what I'll do now is I'll play you one of my all-time favourite pieces of music. It's almost overplayed for me. Like I play it all the time. But all right, I'll play it again. It's a piece of music by a hero of mine who goes by the name of Eric Roche. And he was really known for his percussion guitar music. That's kind of how I got into this percussion thing on the guitar. And his profile, his reputation is based around this percussion stuff. But I also like to play some of his lesser-known pieces, which are he's not very well known. So lesser-known pieces of a guy who's not very well known, whatever that means. I like to play one of his lesser-known pieces called, it's a piece of music he wrote for his sister, and her middle name is Angel, so he called it Angel. So guys, thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to go, basically. But I'm not going to be flogging those CD or the drop cards, so yeah, come and help me pay my rent this month. Okay. This is Angel. Thank you, guys. This is going to sound huge, by the way, guys. It's going to sound absolutely huge. Okay.
Declan Zapala. What can I say? Declan Zapala, make a noise! Thank you. Well, listen, thank you, everybody, for being here. Not least the musicians, but all the people who've been making it happen in the background. There's Carmen and Paula who made the food for you tonight. We have Bethany and Zach and Manu. And in fact, it's been lovely tonight because I've got the 3 girls who I lost to university last year. My kind of adopted daughters, they're back in the kitchen and sort of misbehaving as usual. And the sound, this guy is a really particular animal when it comes to sound, and he was walking around before when we were doing the sound checks, and he was saying the sound is absolutely brilliant, and it is, and it's down to a guy called Jonathan who's been busily putting us out online. It really has been very magical for certainly for me, and I hope for you too this evening. With Aaron, with Natalie, and now with Declan. And we'll be back here in 2 weeks' time with people who are as passionate about what these guys do. So anyway, that's our plan. Please come back and see us again. CDs. 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 Oh, and also, there's just one other, there's an announcement. Declan is actually going to be playing, guesting for Ridgeway Chorale at the Vine Centre. April the 25th.
Have a look on the website,
Ridgeway Chorale. Okay. As well as your gig next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Very cool.
John Williams, guys.
Yeah.
Bush. All of Bushes.
The party's not over. If you are going downstairs, please take something with you. It always helps. And if you've got any bills, if you can kind of settle those up, and if you forget, come back next week and we'll do it then. You've been fabulous. Thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause, and one more time for the musicians as well. Thank you. And I could just also point out Ajay, who's also been helping on the sound desk tonight. He's hiding in the corner over there. Well done, Ajay. If we could have some background music, and we'll start to sort of let the evening unwind a bit. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thanks.